Jump some going round. Let's discuss the light of day. Spitting truth, come with me. What's up, what's down? Nothing's ever out of bounds. There has to be a better way. Always something of a better play. Hero Shack Day, Hero Shack Day, Hero Shack, baby things. Hero Shack, hey, Hero Shack, yeah. Hero Shack, daily things. Here we go.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Hero Shack Daily Things, episode 48. And I am a late man running. I have neglected to send the link to Diana, so I'm going to do that now. I believe that's the right one. And there we go. Okay, so what's happening? Tonight I premiered video 25 of my time-lapse series, which included new drawings of an unnamed hero. I don't yet know his name. Long story, but we'll get into that in the future. Let me get rid of this. Now you got nobody but my ugly muff to look at. So I've been told everything is now being shipped in. There are no delays, no holds, no nothing. We're on the go. I have finished issue 8. As far as the art goes, the colors still have to be done, and yeah, things are happening pretty quickly. Diana has come into the green room. Hello, Diana.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. You look great tonight.
I do, don't I?
So what's your update, baby? How'd your day go? What's up?
My day went okay.
Yeah.
Went to work, saw my kiddos, worked with them. Then I came home. I did not get a chance to get any of those fancy schmancy Eclipse sunglasses, so I did not get a chance to look at the whole wondrous mystery of the universe. But you know, I was in my doctor's, and all of a sudden it got dark. So
I had the honor of borrowing a student's disposable solar shades, and I saw about 10 seconds worth. Impressive, but okay.
It's cool.
You know, a little disappointing. I didn't hear the trumpets. I really didn't expect to either, but I mean, wouldn't that be weird if God waited till the very moment I looked through the shades to suddenly blow the horn?
That
would be too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, so that didn't happen.
No, it did not.
Yeah, not much. I mean, I've been working on the book, as you know.
Yeah.
I did get my new emulator in. I'll be revealing that later on this week. And I'll start talking about, the games that I like to emulate and why.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's just because that is a hobby of mine. And it appears that one way to sell comics is to be very open about yourself. So shall I be.
There you go.
Have you thought anything at all about the pledge I want to make?
About the pledge?
Yeah, I want to do some sort of pledge with the consumer about the contents of our comic book. How far we'll go, where we won't go.
Well, why don't you slap like a PG label on it and call it a day?
Because I don't think that says enough.
Oh.
PG can mean a lot of things these days.
Well, if you explain what your PG is, maybe.
My PG is very similar to the 80s PG.
Mm-hmm.
There's the surprise, right?
Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. Sorry, I was getting ready to choke.
I know the feeling. Yeah, I mean, I want to make it clear that our books are not going to feature nudity, swearing, gore,
Mhm.
and yet I
Well,
don't want to pigeonhole us either.
I was just going to say that. What if you, your idea of
Yo, Tony.
gore and somebody else's idea of gore is, you know,
Well, for
different.
instance, I know for a fact I can't do another Queen Sting eyeball thing because people were really freaked out
Yeah,
about that.
that was kind of creepy. That was
That was
probably the
edgy.
goriest it gets. Hello,
Yeah,
Tony.
well, it won't ever get that gory again. But that was feeling out the audience. To be honest, I think they see far worse in cartoons today, but I was more than willing to take that, word and
Right.
use it properly. I guess that's the way to put it, because I was really surprised. I didn't think anybody would have an issue with it.
Oh my gosh. And that's what I'm saying. So if you say, little gore or whatever, then
Then
it could be an issue because your gore would be different from somebody
their
else's.
gore. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But at least we can show I do listen and consider what people say and don't just dismiss
mhm.
it. And I try to be a good
Yeah.
guy about stuff.
No, I agree. That's cool.
That's
Um,
cool.
I don't think you should do some big, huge announcement. I think it should just naturally be the way we do stuff.
Right. I'm looking for something I want to show Tony if I can find it.
Hi, Joey.
Hey, Joey. Here we go. Here we go. Joey's perfect timing, too. Let's see if I can pull this off. So I think that mask is more to the liking of Joey. This is the hero. I know not his name yet. Joey, you're going to have to drop me a hint. Otherwise, I'm going to call you AJ for Aura Jr.
Oh my God,
Or
no.
maybe I'll call you something really cool like Master Blaster.
Oh, no, that won't work.
But the point of revealing this image here is to show a more traditional mask.
There you go.
And there is color proof that he's following a very Nightwing color scheme. With the exception of the V. The V has to be red or else it's not an Aura logo, right? Tony, when I drew this, I almost cried. I was like, oh my God. Diana, you've got to see this. It's actually a bird eye view of Joey saving I equal some, who Cyclopean punched so high into the air that he was falling down, and Joey actually has time to come in and get him. It's a cool scene. I really enjoyed illustrating it. Diana's actually getting to watch it. And once again, it's one of those things where, and Lord forgive me, I'm not bragging, but it's one of those things where the art is just doing another jump. And I'm freaking loving it. It was actually visiting with Fisher Hill, so we've got to do that again, at least at other schools.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I really am.
Getting around enthusiastic people about comics, specifically kids that like comics, energizes you,
Yeah.
The muscle definition is coming in from reading more of Dale Keown's work. I'm more than happy to point to my influences, and Steve Pratt too. There's some incredible renderings these guys do, and I'm just trying to incorporate more of it into the artwork so that everybody looks a little cooler. Cyclopean is kind of bulking up though, with a B, not an H. Don't want to get the Disney lawyers upset. Because they own the Hulk,
So Tony said wiretap. Talk about an upgrade. Not quite sure what he means. Do you?
I might have an idea too. But there is a secret going on that I haven't revealed that astute people will pick up on. And I still don't know Joey's code name. Is it Wiretap? Is Wiretap Joey's name?
Maybe.
Wiretap. I don't think it fits. Wiretap is like a hot wire thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think-
Diana,
What?
I'm going to go grab a soda real quick. Will you carry the
Oh
conversation?
my God. Yes.
Well, it's right in the
So-
other room. I just forgot to grab it.
I see.
I know. I'm careless.
Mm-hmm.
Will you
Okay.
do me the favor?
What?
Will you do me the favor?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be
Hurry
right
up
back.
and go. Oh my God.
Well, I don't know if you're going to talk or just be quiet.
So guys, it's good to be back. We were on a little bit of a hiatus for no reason except God just kind of moved us that way. Which was kind of nice for me. And Chris too, but you can tell you if you liked it or not. And then Monday rolled around and we were like, oh, we probably should check in and just say hi to everybody. But he's been really busy. Working on Cyclopean 8. We are waiting for one last thing to come in. Our vendors emailed and said they're on their way. Thought it was going to be in last week, but they were running behind. No biggie. So yeah, so that's what's happening with the Great Cyclopean 7. We're pretty excited about getting them all wrapped up. In the name upgraded. Okay, so Wiretap is what Tony suggested. Peter
we
is on
go.
the juice.
All
Yep,
right.
so badly needs it. Anyway, so dun-dun-dun, everybody, Christopher is back. I will let him take the lead again.
You were doing so well.
I was just blabbing.
I liked it.
I'm sure you did. You like to hear me talk.
I do.
Then you can tell me to stop or just over talk me. But yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, so that's what's going on. I am digging in. I've had a little bit of correspondence with Eric. I'm terrible again. I think I have a link I have to go read some stuff on, but I have been drawing some Roman characters. And I got to tell you, Roman soldiers had the coolest uniforms. What's up, Rick? Welcome. But drawing Roman soldiers, they were very ornate. You know, like we think of superheroes and stuff. And myself, when I think of like Thor, I imagine like that, you know, what they were wearing, that sort of ornate stuff, you know, gold medallions that were like 6 inches wide over each of their chest muscles, and straps and armor that was form fitting. It was pretty cool.
Sounds it.
Dang, you don't sound at all into this tonight.
I am. I just was saying. Yeah, I was just.
Well, you've seen some of the Roman stuff. What do you think? Actually, you've only seen one page, but you did get to see it.
Yes, it looks really good. I had to focus. So
I could show one page, I think, but it's not completed.
yeah.
Let me see if I have it.
You know, when you were talking about how you felt like your art was doing really well and stuff,
Yes.
and you said something about perspective. That's the one thing that I noticed.
The use of more perspective.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we've improved with that.
Well, it's getting to a point where I'm like, if I don't do something, it just looks boring, right?
Right.
I mean, it gets to that point where you're like, okay, it's time to do more. Oh, I can show you guys this one. I've been working on this one, and I think I've
Hey,
shown it
Outcast.
before. Outcast, welcome.
Mhm.
That's me trying to sound cool. I hope it does.
No, it doesn't. But we'll talk later about your voices.
What voice can I use?
Just your normal voice. Stop trying to be goofy.
My normal voice sounds weird.
No, that's not your normal voice.
This is how I talk everywhere.
Okay.
Hi there, McDonald's person. I'd like a Big Mac.
So
Large fry.
what I was trying to say is about perspectives is like when he showed me the picture that he showed you guys, he's doing this like bird's eye view perspectives drawing that I hadn't seen him do before, and it was kind of cool. So what
Yeah,
do you
this
got up there?
Well, this is one of the pages going into the Cardinal insert, the Cardinal
Right.
backup stories.
Mhm.
And what we're looking at is we're looking down on a Roman street. Several soldiers marching through with a minister of sorts who are bringing a package to the Vatican. Yeah, that's what we have there. Now, you can tell in the two insert panels, the artwork
Mhm.
isn't finished. But really, guys, that's where it all starts, right there. Scribbles like that. And you just put it in layer after layer after layer, and then before you know it, boom, you got something going.
You have your piece, right?
Yes. Well, the one of the things I'm learning is when to stop too, because you can really overwork something. Marvel, How to Draw
Mhm.
Comics Marvel Way had a great example of that, but it's something that it's a real thing. You know, when you're drawing, you can just get overworked into it. Eric, what up? I did
Hey,
get your
Eric.
message. I haven't gone to the drive yet, but I will soon. Things have been backed up a little bit, but not too bad. It's kind of funny because, you know, I've had a lot of time, but I've been doing a ton of just drawing. Then the emulator came in Saturday, and I played that quite a bit. But
I wasn't sure if you were going to let that out.
oh yeah, no, I told everybody I got it. I haven't revealed which one I got. I don't know when we'll be doing the show, but it'll be like every other show I do. It'll just get thrown up, and then we'll set a set day. But I'll reveal it in the next video game show, and I'll start sharing some of the games that I like to put on those machines and why. Yeah, I gotta tell you guys, I bought something a little more expensive than I wanted to spend, but my family, Jace and my wife, both said, you know, why not get what you want? And logically, they're correct, because the ones I was going to get, I can get at any time. I can wait 2 weeks and buy another one. They're $50-$60, and I can use that as my, you know, pocket run around, and this one as my quality. But yeah, so the one I got, I'm very happy with. I'll show you guys later. And it's just part of sharing hobbies and geekdom, right? I also would like to start doing some more movies and stuff, because it seems like, I don't know, Mantown can tell me, but I think they're pretty okay with Disney. So I got to start looking at some of that stuff. The Titan Black and White is still on my iPad, which means it's not forsaken. I do have to get back into it though and finish it. I've got like, I don't know, 8 or 9 pages completely done with that one. Being black and white is not as hard to finish, but I got to tell you, I kind of like black and white. And if I can get a little bit sharper with it, I might actually switch to that after issue 12 of the Great Cyclopean. Do a format change. It would help keep the prices down, and it would make the books more in line with what kids are actually reading today.
You need to make it black and white.
Yeah. Did you know most manga that they buy, or manga, is in black and white?
Yep.
So it may be a route to go, at least for the individual issues, and then do color editions for the hardcovers. You know, when we do the omnibuses, the collections. Then again, black and white might just prove to be so popular we never color another thing. or maybe I hire a real colorist. Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
But I like my colors. I
I
know they're
didn't say
unique.
I
They're
didn't
they're
like
like,
them.
well, no, but I know that a lot of people when they, especially when they first see them, they're like, wow. But I think colors should wake you up.
And yours do. If you want to be woken up, check out one of our books because
Well,
you have
remember,
a
you know, like
very,
if you want
a
to get a kid
very,
into it, it's got to be bright and vibrant.
yeah,
You
you're right.
know,
Well,
I
that's what
mean,
we
you
do.
can read them through the darkness once in a while, but to have the
Mhm.
contrast and the ebbs and flows. But I don't know. I've never seen a kid not love a red cape.
Mm.
I mean, maybe in middle school because by then they start hating capes. But
Yeah.
Superman's cape does well. I
Yeah.
also want to do a creator night where we, by invitation, we have creators on, not necessarily to pimp their own stuff, though they're always going to be welcome to, but to talk about different things. Like we're talking about moving our print over to, what's their name? Aldous Spark? No.
Ingram?
Ingram Spark. Thank you.
Yes.
So we could talk about the differences in formatting and the differences in the selections and find out what other people think. I know other people have used them and do use them. I don't have any idea what the difference between their 3-page types are. For instance, they have 3 different paper types, and I can guess what they are from the description. But what are they in real life? What are real world experiences? What do people think? People in the know, creators. So I don't know. We could invite our buddy Rick if he's willing. But other publishers too, Outcast would be welcome. Basically anybody who's working on a book, let's get together and talk about working on books.
That would be fun. I'm learning Ingram Sparks right now as we speak. I'm halfway through the upload process of the Great Cyclopean 1. I told Chris to give me the first Cyclopean so I could try to learn how to do it.
Right, because
And I'm
I've been
using a lot of their help tools and stuff like that. The language is definitely different, but I like it. I'm learning it. And you normally do the Amazon stuff when we upload it to Amazon. And my hope is that I will learn Ingram Sparks and then you'll like how I set it up. And then I'll just keep that template and just upload the rest of them as we do.
Right. And that'll be fine.
Mhm.
The biggest reason that I did Amazon was because it was very easy.
Mhm.
And the reason I haven't switched yet is because we're in the middle of a run. I want to get through the 12 issues. Just because that's really the right thing to do, I think.
No.
I don't want to just leave it hanging over there.
No, that's fine because
Same time,
all you're doing is just switching up the cover a little bit.
Actually, I want to switch it up enough so that it's totally different. I'll redraw the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing Diana today. I actually can. I have black and white, so we could even do black and white of those.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you know what, Tony? I missed it too. It's weird though. Like, I don't want to say I have emotional or mental issues, but sometimes I think I might. And Diana could tell you better. But like, I'll go through like mini pockets of depression. Like, I don't mean, oh my God, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. I mean, just like, I'll wake up and I'll be like, yeah, the world sucks. I suck. My art sucks. My comic sucks. And that usually lasts between 8 and 16 hours. And then I come out of it and then I'm fine for a while. I think it's normal. I don't even think it's dark. It's just, it's I think everybody goes through. You just get into those moments where it's like a lull. And this weekend there were a couple of lulls where I was just like, man, I don't want to get on the air and just be like a little rat pack, a little, little witch. Wah, 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 wah. So I
told him
stayed
to stop
away.
pouting. No.
Yeah. Well, you know what I have been doing? Despite all the tweets, I have all but ignored the EJ EVS stuff because it's still going on. It's like a bar fight out back. You know, and like you go out back to have a cigarette or something, and you see these two guys fighting, and you go back an hour later, and they're still out there fighting, and you go back an hour later, and they're still out there fighting. It's like, oh my God.
Give it a rest.
Well, they can't. It is literally two egos dancing in the moonlight. You know what I'm saying? They are literally feeding each other back and forth, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. But I every time I look, I'm like, yep, it's the same whistles, same bells and whistles. They're still fighting.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just like I stayed away from a lot of the Twitter. I've muted a ton of people that I used to listen to because they're all wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
I just can't, you know.
Well, what I notice is when you do kind of immerse yourself in that environment, you almost become like them. Very negative, very like blah blah blah.
Well, I have been more emotional,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm being super sensitive about certain things. It's like I feel like we have to really start making statements. So, like the other night when I blew up over the whole pedo thing, I don't want to show them any quarter. I don't want to be kind to them. If you're, you know, an arrested criminal, I'm like, that's where you're at, dude. You know, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to be a prude, but I want to kind of carve out a section in comics that are really safe for, you know, anybody to get into without worrying about how bad it's going to be. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I want to create escape. I want to create joy and adventure and put
Mm-hmm.
meat on the bones and have real steak so that people get excited.
Well, you're trying to steer clear of all this crazy drama and focus on
Well, the crazy
how
drama just feeds into everything else.
right.
Like
That's what I'm saying.
when you're doing crazy drama all the time, your artwork
Mm-hmm.
kind of looks a little darker, a little grim. You know,
Mm.
maybe if I was doing Dark Knight or, you know, Daredevil or Wolverine or something, but this is the Great Cyclopean. You know, he's not supposed to be like brooding in the dark, looking to kill. That's
Right.
not good. And like that didn't come into the comics, but if I let myself go there, it easily could, you know.
Right.
Actually, the finale here of the story arc is going to get really crazy. I explained to Diana, issue 9 will be unlike anything we've ever done. Did you just giggle?
No.
Yes, you did. Ah! But it's definitely going to be a mind trip. Something exciting. It's all
You
going to
know
happen.
what you're
in a
doing.
blink
You're
of an
kind of
eye.
what's that?
Yes, it's all going to happen in a blink of an eye. OG Spider-Man was the best. I've often told people I considered Stan Lee kind of a stepdad through the writings that he had in Spider-Man. No denying, Spider-Man was a stand-in male figure at times. And I mean, why not? You know, I'm good looking.
Mhm.
I can stick to walls. Well, I could when I was younger.
You
Back
could?
before yes. Back before I
Like, what do you mean fix a wall? Like wash it?
no, stick to walls, STICK.
Oh, stick like in Spider-Man.
Right. And then I went through puberty and I lost the ability.
Mm-hmm. I see. Thank you for
Ooh, I
sharing
like
that.
that scripture, Diana. That's a strong statement.
It is a strong statement because I wanted to put that up because I think that's where you're leaning towards. You want to surround yourself with, people that, are positive and really are working hard on their creative endeavors.
Well, people that I don't have to worry about, number one, they're not going to look at me and
Hello,
try to get me
intense
to vote
webs,
for whoever they're going to vote for, or
right?
they're not going to try to get me on. We've got to save the world from, to go to our church, or we gotta save the world from the church, or like I don't want to get too deep in any of it when we're talking comics.
Right.
I
So,
want to make it about the comics.
and I think when we were away for a few days, we did a lot of talking and thinking about moving forward and how we want Hero Shack Daily Things to be perceived by those of you that watch us. We want to make it, we want to make it a show that almost anybody can watch. I mean, we can't prevent everything, but the content should be focused on comics and kids or young adults or just,
Pop
things
culture,
that you.
geekdom.
What's that?
Pop culture, geekdom.
Mhm.
I'm even thinking maybe even doing a little bit of a sports update, but that would be really New England based, and I don't know if the world can handle New England sports. I mean, we are the greatest sports town in the world, and I know New
Especially-
England's not a town.
Hey, especially coming from your
My mind.
I just gotta put Tony's thing up. And for God's sake, finish his story, Chris. Please finish Peter's story.
Oh, no. You guys are going to love where it's going, I think. So basically, I've kept all the plot elements, but what I did was when you see the guys in there, they've been used to supplement for other things that would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be flexible. That's the wonderful thing about being the creator and working on it all myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go to a creative team and say, hey, guys, I'm going to do some crazy stuff this issue. I can just do it. And the only one I have to get it by is Diana. And so long as she reads it and she's happy with it, then I know that it's going to be okay, you know?
But again, feedback is always a wonderful
Yeah, but you're the first hurdle.
luxury to have. What?
If I get past my editor,
Mm.
then I know that at least if I can't get it past you, then that tells me, oh,
Yeah.
all right, back to the drawing board. Let's go. By the way, welcome, Terry.
Yeah. So
Intense Webs. I'm sorry, I missed that.
this while we were away, that's what I was saying is that we are hoping to do, some different types of streaming. Chris has got a whole list of stuff that he wants to stream about.
I will commit to Wednesday night. I will have a whole programming guide for what we do. We will be taking some nights off
Mhm.
for mental sanity, for dating, for work. And there will be unscheduled nights off. In other words, when we go to Mantown, don't count on us streaming, even though that will be a program night. But, rare occasions will interrupt the schedule. But
Well, we might do a live thing, only setup will be better.
you tried
For like
that
10
last
minutes.
time. It came out horrible.
Well, that's because I didn't ask for your help. I did it on my own, and I just whipped out the phone and said, we should film this because it's Wednesday night. So
It was
yeah.
cool, though. It was nice to have it documented. Eric took awesome pictures. I still haven't done a real photo with it.
A slide thing.
Yeah. Oh, Cap, wait till you see, brother. And the artwork that goes along with it is going to blow your mind, I hope. It blew my mind. Because I'm just, gosh, I don't know. And what's funny is in a week or a month or 2 months, I'll look back at it and go, and whatever I'm doing at that point will be way better. Or at least that's if it happens the way it always happens. Keep in mind, when issue 1 of the Great Cyclopean was released, I was Diana, higher than a kite in terms of excitement.
Yeah.
It was my best work ever. And then issue 2 came, and I was telling everybody, "Ooh, this is my best one ever." And every single one, I feel that way. But let me look back 6 months later, and I'm like, there's things I'd redo, things I don't like. It's just, I think that's the nature of being an artist who wants to improve.
Mm-hmm.
You never settle. Like, you can look back and, like, I was looking back at issue 1, I was looking at the black and whites, and there's a lot of it I really like. And there's some of it that I'm like, I should not have drawn that.
All right,
Um,
stop bragging about your drawing.
oh no, I'm not bragging. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes I don't know what it is, but I'll get in a groove and like I'll let something slide, like a crooked eye or
Yeah,
a wicked thumb, something funny, you know.
your fingers on that one drawing. I'm like, what happened to his fingers? They look like
Ah,
they look like little spaghettis at the end of a hand. I was like, yeah, that can't fly. I'm sorry, that's not
yeah,
allowed.
I had to go fix it. Well, so if you
Because
know the
guys,
finger,
listen,
the anatomy of a finger is basically like there's like three
no,
joints, a
but
knuckle, and then two joints, and I had like five like joints
everything
in there.
else on that, everything else on that particular page you showed me was amazing. The muscle work was amazing. And
I
then I looked at
know,
the
I
flipping
know.
hand and I'm like, what happened? I said, did you forget how to? Because yeah, I know I gotta fix them. But I mean, I'm not, I don't have a good eye for art. So most of the editing that I do is language based. I do look at the art, and if I like it, I'm like, yeah, because I have seen we
So
have bought books from other indie artists, and we've looked at the art, and we're like, oh my god, what happened? I could do better than that, and I can't draw. So
well,
yeah,
one of the things we do try to keep in mind is you know, art is the big selling point. So when we talk about why the book hasn't sold 1 billion copies,
right.
ask Diana. I put that fully on the art.
And I think it could be the story
But I truly
too.
expect that when my art improves to a certain point,
Yeah,
that it will start selling the book. And I know that because there are artists out there who, when I see their art, I go, "Ooh, I got to get that."
yeah.
Um, and so every issue is a step towards that. Issue 9, I'm hoping to,
Hmm.
really challenge that. Issue 9 is not going to be anything like issue 8, and yet it's all tied in the row. Because without it, it won't make any sense.
Right, right. But
But I am excited because I'm gonna really get to draw my style for issue 9, which means a lot of surrealistic imagery, um, a very Doctor Strange like feel to it, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
Steph Santamasinos, hey, what's up, girl? Now I'm doing Diana. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, what's up, girl?
Who are you talking to?
The chat, Steph.
Oh,
Steph
Steph.
is in
Oh
the
my
chat.
gosh. I just noticed. Well, I didn't. They must be coming in through the other YouTube channel.
Through yeah, they could because I
Yeah.
streamed on both.
Love you too, honey. I know it's going to be so much fun next. Yeah, is it next week? It is
Yeah.
next week. Oh my gosh, this
Yeah,
is awesome.
quit slacking, girl.
I know. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
All right,
we got plans.
so we were you were
We were
you did
talking.
mention huh?
We were talking.
Yeah, I know. So Monday night is going to be your Retroid or gaming night, I think.
Is it?
I don't know. I need to know what night.
I don't know. I'm gonna make a programming guide for Wednesday. Remember?
Hmm. Oh, you're doing that for Wednesday? Then you're
Well, I'm
going to
gonna
announce it?
announce the guide for the following week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Listen to
TV
me.
guide,
I'm
but
trying
with
to
a
figure
lot
out
less
what night I
shows.
get off because I won't be
Like
here for the gaming night.
this isn't going to be like some network. This is going to be. It's probably going to be 3 to 4 shows a week. Each one about an hour. There's a couple that I'm not sure about. A couple of topic things like, is there enough support for a God chat? Now, I know the Christian motto is, heck, if there's 2 of us, that's enough. But
Yeah.
Diana and I do know what it's like to talk through an empty chat, through an empty stream. And
Yeah.
God chat, it almost becomes an insult to God if nobody shows up, right? It's like,
Yeah.
hi, honey, I haven't seen you since dinner, but let's talk about everything we talked about at dinner.
Yep. Yeah. We need people. But
Yeah, so there
I
needs to
mean,
be participation at
I
that.
figure we could write it.
Write it.
We could do it. Like we could just, not write it, but try it and stuff.
Yeah, we can
Mighty
try it.
Geek says Spider-Man and Superman are detectives in a unique way. So I don't know if you were reading the chat or not, but
Yeah, I am.
Jerry is going on about me turned me into a detective hero. Could you imagine Detective Diana? She strikes again. And he was commenting off the Spider-Man and Superman are detectives in a unique way, and they are actually. Well, is it any cop or detective, even if they're not detective rank? Anybody that any investigator or something
Well,
like that?
Batman is known as the world's greatest detective, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know that. Are you just
Yeah.
joshing?
No, I'm dead serious.
Hmm.
Brenda Starr is pulling out a classic. I bet you haven't read her before, right?
I have no idea who she is.
I only know of her through the comics and the newspapers, but she was like a reporter.
Oh,
Oh.
I see. The
And as
name's
a
vaguely
reporter, of
familiar,
course, she
but
had to be like a detective. Because
yeah,
that's the
I'm
only
kind
way
of
to get the
lame.
scoop is to snip out the clues and hunt down the bastards who stole all the money from the charity fundraiser.
Haha.
Yeah, you know, that's the kind of thing. Oh no, all the money went missing from the cash box. What do we do? Brenda Starr notices a matchbox on the floor. There is an address. It says bad guy's house.
Well, hey, if I was Brenda Star, you could keep your name Moonstar, and we could be like a couple.
That's true. But yeah. Don't get me talking too much. You're going to ruin all the surprises coming out in the future.
Sorry.
Because remember, we got to go through 10, 11, and 12, baby. This is
When?
just, huh?
Oh, okay. I
And
thought you
10.
said we're
Yes. So
I thought-
Moonstar was the name that I was using when I was in my superhero persona in my
Mhm.
much younger years. And I say that with a big smile. Scotch Earth, what's up, brother?
Ew, Scotch Earth.
Yeah, it was imagination running wild, but we were a group of geeks. We each had a code name, a superhero code name.
Yeah.
There was a comic book involved, which I drew. And many of the characters right now in the Great Cyclopean are inspirations from those original characters and from the children of those original characters. I got to talk to Jay, see if I can throw him in there. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He is a teacher.
He is. He
Yeah.
might be. I don't know what role you would give him, maybe in 12 or something.
Yeah, like he could come in and like help us write resumes so we could get jobs as superheroes. No, I'm in jest. I'm just playing. I don't know what I would do with my own son because he's never had that much of an interest in my books. He's done the Spider-Man thing, but most of his Spider-Man lore comes from the video games. My grandson is into Spider-Man, but that's the bobblehead Spider-Man in the cartoons, which I don't have any clue what the heck is going on. I watched those. So I'm going to tell you guys, I've watched those things with my grandson, and I'm like, this is good. And he's giggling and happy. So I'm like, all right. But it's not like, I don't know. We weren't spoiled. We had rough cartoons. You had to appreciate the cartoons to really get into it. Well, not yet. The current villain is Forevertron. And he's gone by the end of this arc, but
That's so funny. With a big ear. Can you imagine?
that would be funny. I've often thought of the nose one because I've seen big nose characters before. I
Oh my
think I'm
gosh.
thinking of the nasal commercials with the spray. But yeah, no, he doesn't have an equivalent yet. Although Diana did a special doll that made me think of something that I might do. Do you want to tell them about that real quick?
No. I'm talking about my messed up Cyclopean one.
Yes. So we do a version of the doll. I guess you could call it a plushie, where one side we print them off an inkjet onto fabric, and then she sews them together and stuffs them. Actually, I have one over here. Hang on. Just reach out and touch one, and you grab it. So this isn't the right one, but it's close enough. So on this side, we'll print it on a printer. Well, the belt. Yeah, this is the wrong one. But we'll print the C and stuff and all the red on a printer. And then on the back side, it's blue. And usually it'll say Hero Shack. Diana went and sewed together the fronts of two of them, front to back. So we have a Cyclopean doll with an eye in the front and the back. And I said, that would be a pretty cool character he could go
I
against.
said no, and I dismantled it. It's no longer in existence.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You shall clean your brain from that image. You should wipe it clean. It will never happen. Absolutely not. But I just want to point out that Scotch Earth, and I really like the points that he's making. He says, what's going on? Forevertron is going away. What the F?
Well, let me
His
tell
name
you.
is Forevertron. False advertising.
He's going away in the sense of he won't be the main villain after issue 12. And Forevertron is his name because even when they do destroy his metallic body, he, of course, I'll just call it out for what it is. I use the famous trope of Dr. Doom, and whenever they get their hands on him and they break him, he's in another one. He just transfers that into another body. So of course he's forever. As long as he's got the backup bodies to transfer to, he's fine. But he is an interesting character. I enjoy him, but I always enjoy my villains. He is a misguided sorcerer supreme in a metallic body. The masters of Earth, the magicians of old, created him. He started in the 18th century and evolved into this high-tech sorcerer cyborg. And the reason they did that was because the human flesh cannot tolerate the higher levels of magic. The rigors of it just totally tore them to bits. So they invented themselves machines to handle those spells. Machines enhanced sometimes with special artifacts.
How cool.
Well, that's how some of the powers of Forevertron come about.
Yep.
Because there are different things.
That is a story unto itself.
Right. He's never been fully explored. We've got him fleshed out behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it's been very difficult to flesh out all the characters that we would like to the way we want to.
So Scotch is hung up on Forevertron and thinks he should be named almost Forevertron. Scotch is being fresh tonight.
Well, he could become Fornevertron.
Fornevertron?
Yeah.
There you go. Fornevertron. He will
the
never.
evolution of a hero.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
The great Fornevertron.
Scotch, see what you have started now? Oh, good Lord. They'll be talking about that in the morning coffee time.
Action figure.
So I sketched out this guy, and we're going to get rid of Forevertron. And what was new? I'm like, oh, no.
Diana, you need to remember to bring the molding clay.
The what?
The plastic, the cosplay. Yes.
Okay.
So we can do like at least a prototype of the head. It won't take me but 10 minutes to do one because it's only I think it's like a 6-inch doll, so the head's only going to be like a ½ inch.
Yeah, no, I will. I'm going
Right.
to put it in my calendar now, because if I don't put it in my calendar, Wednesday I'll come. We'll be too excited. We'll head out, and you'll be like,
"Oh, I wish
forget?"
I had the good."
No.
Yeah, I know. I'll be whining and crying. I'll be
All right.
making you turn around halfway up there. You'll be like, "I'm not turning around, Christopher."
Are we going to get there about the same time as we did last time? I'll have to talk to Steph.
No, we should get there earlier.
You're the one that worked that day, remember?
Well, I'm gonna take it off or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, we got to find out what time they're going to be around.
They're always around.
No, they're not. Bring
They're masters of the universe.
play. All right. So moving right along. What else you got to share tonight?
Move it on up. Well, okay, so I bought a new electric guitar and I'll be making music.
You did
Um,
not.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. I could make music, but then I'd have to stop drawing because it
Yeah,
has to be one or the other. And
right.
I'm not giving up on the drawing. I mean, I gave music a lot of time.
And we sold all the equipment. I'm not buying more guitars. We sold that beautiful
We
guitar,
sold
remember?
guitars, bought new ones, and then I gave them away because I met kids that wanted to learn how to play. Oh, here, kid.
Not the you know your the really really nice one, the
Yeah, the nice
Stratosphere.
Epiphone. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's what it was.
hollow
Okay,
body.
yeah, we
Yeah.
sold that one.
Yes, we did.
Hmm.
I gave away my solid body electric before it, though, I think. Or maybe we sold it at a yard sale.
I think we gave it to somebody.
There was a lot of that. I do that a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Like when my emulator died this time, I panicked because I gave away my backup. So I didn't have a backup of my own. So yeah, I'm not doing that again. I tend to do that because I feel bad for anybody who doesn't have something that I think they'll really dig. And if I have it on the shelf, I'm like, hey, this is $150, but take care of it and you'll get years of pleasure. You know what? I'm like, here, have it. And I think everybody should do that, but then you run into situations where sometimes you don't have that backup you thought you did. Like, remember when the iPad got sketchy? Like,
Yep.
it's like, oh yeah, we had like 4 of them, but they're all been given away. And yes, they were all to, well-deserving people, but then you don't have any backups. Oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And we are always blessed enough that we have been able to replace it, but it's just crazy the way it works, like, oh yeah, I had plenty. Yeah, I'm just babbling and I don't know what to do. I don't want to open streams and get into crazy chats. Diana has me on a bit of a restriction after I blew up in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna just not open chat for
Well, we are at 58 minutes, even though that counts like
we're-
the 5-minute pre-show. But I did premiere a new page tonight. I did a little bit from a page in the Great Cyclopean number 8. It was now it's going to be going up as episode 25 of the time lapse art.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was fun. I
That
wanted to
was
share
fun.
it because really go on.
Mhm. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, you do it.
No, you do it.
No, you do it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, really, I'm just having a lot of fun drawing it.
There you go. All right.
Cross
Got it out of the
action.
system. I knew if I started talking, you were going to come bebopping in with whatever you wanted to finish saying. So there
Just
we go.
mute me. Just mute me.
I haven't invoked the mute button as of yet, but I just
have
might have to do that one of these days.
You could.
So tomorrow night we'll be back, as far as I know. Unless something
Yes.
comes up.
Maybe
Tomorrow's
we'll do
Tuesday.
maybe we can plan on the video game show tomorrow night.
Maybe you can. That's all
Yeah.
you. That's all
All right.
you.
So plan on tomorrow night. I'll show you guys like the top 5 games I have to have on my emulator, and then we can work from there.
That
Here, I have
sounds
a
good.
plan. Are you happy?
So yes, I like.
Are you
that.
going to come in?
So I might be here listening. I don't know because I won't say much.
I have some,
And I
could
really do
some
need a night
special
off to
mention.
do stuff, huh?
I do keep one particular game on my emulators just for you.
I know you do, but
Do you know
that's
which one it is?
no,
No, then how do you know I do?
because you told me you did.
Oh, stop. If I tell you, you'll go, oh, yeah.
Shall I invoke the mute button? I have been trying to talk. Can I talk now? Okay. So I just want to say to Scotch, thank you so much for your suggestions for Forevertron.
Yes.
And they are pretty cool, in all honesty. And Money Geeks, Diana, can you create? I am still working on Ingrid. Actually, I have chapter 1, and I felt like I needed to add more background to what was going on. So while we have been
Give a
here,
paper that was printed with
my
the
brain, of course, turns on now to write. So I've been trying to write and talk at the same time, and it's not the same thing. But yeah, no, I can't. I got to get this chapter up on our website ASAP, and I keep going back and changing things and adding more. And sometimes you just got to let it be. I think after this,
Let it be.
then
Let
I'm
it
gonna
be.
let it be
Let
and put it up
be,
there.
let
But
it
maybe
be.
after that, I don't know. I've never tried to write a
With
detective
good
story.
words of wisdom.
Too many things to do. But all right.
Let it
So
be.
that's all I wanted to say. And then I was going to say good night. And
Oh,
I was going to say thank you all for coming and tuning in.
yeah.
And it's good to
All
be
right.
back.
I'm gonna do the same because I'll get in trouble if I do anything crazy because
Yep.
I'm on a short leash. You guys don't understand. I can't
No.
get in trouble.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I'll
Keep
be
this
her
up.
editor. No, I can't be her editor. That would be bad. I'd be like, Diana, that isn't how you spell ain't. ISN''T.
Oh my gosh.
Heck is
I'm
that?
going to have my daughters read it.
Oh, there you go. No, we do need to get you an editor, though.
I know.
Well, everybody, this is good night. Oh, by the way, the mask has changed. The mask has changed on this character. God bless you. I will talk to you tomorrow night.